Assalamu alaikum class. How are you? I hope you are fine. So today we will discuss our second lecture, okay, of this week. So it's a new chapter, and seriously, it's really interesting. You will enjoy this chapter, inshallah. Hope for best. Okay, this chapter name is planning and collecting data. Okay, so let's start this one. So first of all, here unit number 6, planning and collecting data, page number 63. Okay, so the topic name that we will discuss today, that is planning to collect data. But before this, I will tell you the few things that is related to this chapter. Like, what is data? Data is actually, it's just an information. Okay, information like, if you want to know how many people live in your city or in your area or in your town, etc. Okay, which thing they like, which thing they dislike, how many foreigners live in your area, or all are Saudis, or they are someone that are foreigners. Okay, so these type of question with the help of survey. Okay, this is called survey. Okay, that you will do, you will make it, and take a survey, and then you will get your answer. There are many things that I will discuss with you, but right now the basic most important thing is that we need to know either how what is data, and what is how we will collect these information. Like he write, what did you think of the hotel facilities? Many times you visit a lot of different hotels. Okay, so in Arabic you call it fandak. Okay, so you visit a lot of hotels. So before you left, they just ask you feedback. Okay, in other words, it's also a feedback. Okay, so where you will put either the say hotel facilities are good or not, excellent, average, poor. Okay, if you said poor, he said, right, why it's poor, what we will do to make it perfect, like this. Okay, second thing is, what did you think of the hotel food? Okay, so hotel, they also ask you the quality of food, either it's poor, average, good, excellent. Mostly we are facing most of the hotels, they cannot maintain their the quality of the food. Okay, so that's why they must ask you these questions. Okay, what did you think of the cleanliness of your room? And the person who cleaned your room, either it's a good, or he will do its work properly. Okay, or not. Okay, or they just come and just overall he just take a few things and then left, and they cannot clean properly. So this type of question you will discuss, and here are the keywords that you will discuss in this uh, in this week. Okay, um, data information and all these things, primary data, secondary data, questionnaires. Now, these are it's also called questionnaires, data collection sheet, frequency table, group frequency table, class interval. Planning to collect data, that is our first topic. When you want to answer the question or solve the problem that you need information. Okay, so you need to know where to collect the data, and, that you need. Okay, there are two type of data. First one is called primary data, that you can collect by yourself. Okay, so you can carry out the survey and ask question to the people, and you can also carry out many experiment. Okay, and at the end you can write the results of what you will done. Okay, and there are second type of data, that is called secondary data. Okay, when someone else already collected the data, and you can just look on the internet or in the book or the newspaper or magazine to find this type of data. Okay, so you don't, if you don't want to take survey or do all these things, so that is called secondary data, just you collect the data from someone else. Okay, worked example. We have a first example, 6.1. If you are doing a survey, which unit would you like to use to measure or the weight of 12-year-old children, and the amount of time for which for which the people are not at the work due to the illness. Okay, so first of all, if we are talking about the weight of the old children, 12-year-old children, So it's in kg. Okay. And because he said you can write the units and the amount of time for which the people are not at work due to illness. So that is the daytime. Okay, because they never just went to the work for because of illness. Okay, which would you get data to help the answer the following question? How many students are there in your school? Okay, so that is we will get these things from school record. Okay, and which ocean is the largest in the world? So we can get these information from internet, encyclopedia, from the books, all these things. Okay, so would you collect primary data or secondary data to answer the following questions? What is the favorite color of the student in your class? Yeah, exactly. For this we need to do primary because class has a very few students. Okay, maximum 30. Okay, so you can take a 30 prints and mention this question and you can get the data. So that's called primary. What is the most popular make of a car in your country? That is the secondary data. Okay, why secondary? Because you cannot make a car. Okay, you cannot do these things. Okay, so anything you collect from internet and information or survey, so that is called secondary. Maisha want to know if the teacher in her school prefer to do the number puzzle or crossword puzzle. She only asked the math teacher, will the result of her survey give a fair result? No. Why? Because she need to ask the teacher for all the subjects. But math teacher are probably more likely to do the number of puzzles than the crossword puzzles. Okay, since they like math, because math teacher have a more experience in math as compared to English. Okay, and English teacher have more interest in English as compared to math. So I hope you understand this thing. Here we have the first question 6.1. If you were doing a survey, which unit on the right word you use to measure? Okay, the time it take to for a person to run 100 meters. Okay, if you want to run 100 meters. Okay, so we need time, listed time. So it's mean these milliliter, meters, kilogram and day. Sorry, meter and meters, these finish. So we have only three options: day, second and hours. Okay, so which thing we would use? Let me tell you 1 minute. So I hope it's a second. Okay, because 100 meters, 100 meters. So this one is in seconds. Okay, this one is in second. Okay, a distance a person can cycle in 1 hour. Okay, so if he use 1 hour, so he must cover a kilometer. Okay, so 1 hour if he cycle, so it means it's a kilometer. A length of a time. Uh, Kilometer or meter, I think. Okay, we say which units shown on the right would use to measure. Okay, a length of a time a person sleep at night, and that is hours. Okay, so a person sleep 8 hours, 6 hours, like that. Okay, the length of a person thumbnail, length of a person thumbnail, milli, that is millimeter. Okay. As it is same, let me show you a few more questions. I hope, and I also show you the right answer. The first one is second, then kilometer, then hour, and then millimeter. Second, kilometer, hour, then millimeter. Second, kilometer, hours, and millimeters. Okay, so I hope you understand this. So here we have a second question. Where would you get data to help you answer the following question? So, how many loaves of the bread does your local shop sell every day? So, you must visit the shopkeeper, okay? So, the person who have a shop, he will tell you how many loaves of bread does your local shop sell every day, okay? Loaves actually the pieces of bread, okay? So, the local bread shop, he will tell you the answer. How many cars are sold in the world every year? So you must get this information from internet or the yeah, internet, encyclopedia or internet. Which country has the highest mountain in the world? So you can also get information from encyclopedia or internet. How many students cycle to your school? How many students cycle to the school? So it's a survey or the person like traffic officer, okay, who can control traffic at the school gate at the morning time. Yes. How many people live in your village or town? So that is also you will take a survey of your village or the senior person of the village. Okay, look at a village official or local record office or town councils. Yes. Okay. Would you collect the primary data or secondary data to answer the following question? What is the favorite football team of the student in your class? When he's talking about the student, so it's a primary data. Okay. So which football team has the biggest stadium in the world? Which football team has biggest stadium? So you will get this data from secondary data. Okay. How often do the member of your family eat fruit? One member of your family eat fruit. That is your primary data. How many people live in your country? That is your secondary data. Let's check primary data, secondary data, primary, and secondary. When you collect primary data, you can either carry out a survey or ask people questions, or the carry out an experiment or write down the result. For each of the following questions, decided whether you should carry out a survey or an experiment. Write one or two uh, for each answers. First one is done for you. Okay. Carry out ask a question, carry out an experiment, and write the result. Okay. How many times a dice landed on one, and when it is rolled at 50 times? So he carry out experiment and write the result. Okay, good. That's good. Okay, the second one is uh, what is the favorite song of the student in your class? Favorite song of the student in your class. It's a survey. Okay, ask people questions. Okay, not experiment. So let's see. One. Question number four. B1 is one. Okay. Okay. How many brothers and sisters do students in your class have? How many brothers? This is also an experiment. Okay. One. How many times does a coin landed on head and when it is flipped 20 times? So it's a result. Second one. Carry experiment and write down the result. E. What is the most common shoe size of the student in your class? He's talking about the class, so it means it's the first one. Survey and last question. What is the most common score when you roll two dice? Most common score, so it's experiment and result. Okay, second one. How often? Let me also write the same answers. Okay, this one is I. This one is also I. This one is I. Second one. Mm, I. This one is double I. How often do the member of your class visit the doctor? I think it's also a survey. Okay, let me check the answer. Let me show you answer as well either. Yes, all are Alhamdulillah right. Okay, now here question number four finish. Now let's discuss about question number five. Okay, So here you can see Aditi want to know the if the student in her school like to play cricket. Okay, will the result of her survey give her a fair result or give the answer of girl? I am only going to ask a boys. Yeah, it's a good, it's a fair result. Okay, uh, because it just I think biasing because girls also play a cricket. Okay, so let's check this one. No, the survey will be bias. So with bias without a fair sample of the boys and girls. Yes. So she must take get a result from not only for boys but as well as girl as well. Okay. So Taji want to know when the people prefer to do their shopping. He stand outside the supermarket on Saturday and ask the people as they come out of the shop. Will the result of his survey give a fair result? Okay, mm, it's no. The people shopping on Saturday will probably prefer on to shop on Saturday. Okay, so it's not a fair result. Okay, so I want to find out the people favorite sport every evening for one of the week. She stand outside the swimming pool and ask the people they go in. Will the result of the survey give a fair result? No. Why? Because she's standing near the swimming pool. So everyone who is interested, that is only come for swimming pool. Okay, not the people who don't like swimming. He did not come there. So that is not a fair result. So you write in no. Most probably the people asked will prob probably say swimming. Okay, because they are near the swimming pool. So I obviously they like that's why they are supposed to be there. Now here we have a second topic. Second topic we will discuss collecting data, how we will collect data. In this question, in this place, we will now how to write this question. One way of collecting data is to carry out the survey. You know, ask people to the question how to do this. You can use questionnaires. Okay. So first of all, before I start, I will tell you a few things that is very important whenever you are making anything. Okay. So ask short questions or use the simple language. Okay, give the people in the box like tick and true and false, so they cannot write anything more. Like, are you male or female? Okay, do you have any pet? Have many pets do you have? How many times do you usually go swimming each month? Okay, these are the questions. Sometimes, okay, so make sure questions are specified. Do not use the words such as sometime, often, regularly. Okay, never ask a personal question as many people won't answer it and will give the false answer. Okay, for example, don't ask people to write down their age, but give them the range of the age. Okay, so they can take. Never ask a leading question to the people. May take the box they think you want them rather than that one they should. This is the example of the leading. Okay, never ask the people to put their names in the questionnaires. Okay, so might not want to be identified. Finally, don't ask too many questions. If your questions are too long, people won't answer the questions. Yeah, these are very important things, seriously. And that if you ask such type of questions, okay, so they will create a problem for you as well. So they cannot answer these questions that you have. Okay, let's start our first question. This is the first example. Okay, this is a question about the diet. How give two reasons the question is not appropriate for the questionnaire. Rewrite the question so that it is suitable or not. Do you agree what eating fresh food is good for you? Agree, strongly agree, or do not agree? It is a leading question. Okay, the question is trying to get you to agree. Okay, so leading question is not good. Second thing, There is no disagree box. Okay, so if you do not disagree, there is no box that you want to take. Do you think that eating fresh food is good or bad for you? Good, bad, I don't know. So these are the right answers. Same like this, we will make it like here. Ida asked a question to her village to fill the questionnaire about the local dentist. These are four questions she write. What is your name? That is a wrong thing. No, you never ask name to anyone. What is your date of birth? No need to ask because the people cannot share their date of birth. Okay. Do you agree that the local dentist provide an excellent service? Yes, not sure, don't know. So here, if she try to write mm, good, normal, or not good, don't know. So that's a better. Okay, how many times did you visit the dentist last year? So that's a little bit better. Okay, explain why each question is unsuitable. Rewrite question 2, 3, 4. Date of birth, she mentioned here. What is the range? What is your date of birth? And mention there down that in between 5 to 10, 10 to 50, 20, 20 to 30, like that. So it's easy for them to write the answer. In the last, I will show you the answer. Okay, here are the answers. Question number 2 is Shams asked a question, people in the neighborhood to fill the questionnaire. It's right. There are two of the questions he asked. Okay, how often do you buy a junk food? Very often, often or not? Not very often. Okay. How many times 1 week do you usually eat a fresh vegetable? 0 time, 1 to 3 times, 4 to 6 times, 7 times. Give one reason why question one is unsuitable. Okay. Give a reason why question two is unsuitable. So the main answer here is he should use a number in the response of the selection. People have different ideas that what often means. Yes, he's using a very hard words. Okay, and that is a question number one. Answer of question number one, part A and part B. Okay, so the question is clear and unbiased. Okay, there is no overlapped group, and all possible answers are included. Like, for example, the ages 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 10 or more. Okay, so second one is bicycle, mob, donkeys, taxis, all these things. Okay, so let's discuss. Anika is carrying out a survey on the number of the hours of the students in the schools in her school sleep. This is one of her question. How many hours on the average do you sleep each night? Design a response selection of for Anika questions. So for this, she need to write how many hours there's a she sleep like 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, or 10 or more. Okay. And next is Laura is carrying out a survey on the way the student in her class travel to school. This is the one of the question. What method do you usually like use to travel in the question? Design a response of the section. Means you ask him either you come on horse, everything you write, cycle, everything that you are used for transportation, try to write this because that's easy for. And in the last you must mention others because maybe they have some other sources as well. Okay. So these are the question. I hope you understand. You like this all. If you like this, thank you. Okay, so write if you have any question, write in the comment box or send me a message to my WhatsApp. So thank you. Take care. Goodbye. See you in the next class.